Uber just announced a massive pivot that could provide new ways for drivers to earn money and reshape the gig economy as we know it. Drivers will soon be able to make up to $100 per hour completing digital tasks, and in this video we'll break down how this shift could impact millions of workers and why I personally don't believe it's actually a net positive for the drivers. Uber is rolling out what they're calling digital tasks under their new AI solutions division. This isn't just this small side project. Uber CEO is positioning this as turning Uber from a ride-sharing app into a full-blown platform for work. Drivers and couriers can now earn money completing AI training tasks through the Uber app. This includes things like annotating security footage, uploading photos, recording voice samples, or evaluating AI responses. But not all of the tasks are simple. Some of the gigs require serious qualifications. We're talking about things like PhDs in physics, and they're paying a pretty premium too. We're looking at anywhere from $50 to $100 per hour for the high-skill tasks compared to typical Uber driving rates. The program started as a pilot in India and just recently expanded to the US. Most tasks are simple, such as recording a voice clip for 50 cents or uploading photos for $1. These take maybe 1 to 3 minutes, while the more complex annotation work can pay up to $4 for tasks lasting 3 to 10 minutes. And most importantly, drivers can only do these tasks while they're offline, meaning that they aren't actually driving, which makes sense from a safety perspective. Now, I think the strategic angle here is pretty transparent. Uber is partnering with companies like NVIDIA to build one of the world's largest autonomous vehicle fleets that they're looking at starting in 2027. They know robotaxis could eliminate a huge chunk of driving jobs, so digital tasks give drivers an alternative income stream. It's a hedge against their own automation plans. But Uber isn't doing it out of the goodness of their hearts. From a business perspective, this AI solutions division is apparently landing major enterprise customers who need reliable, human-in-the-loop AI training. The work spans annotation, translation, product testing, and content editing across multiple countries. Uber's CEO is betting big that AI-related work will become a revenue stream comparable to their core ride-hailing and delivery services. Uber is positioning this as empowering various types of flexible work beyond just transportation. Essentially, Uber is making the move to become the everything app for gig work, not just transportation. In terms of if I think this is actually good for the drivers, I have some pretty mixed feelings. On paper, this looks helpful. Drivers get extra earning opportunities during downtime. This includes things like when they're waiting for rides, charging their EV, or during slow periods. The transparency also seems decent. They can see task-related details and payment up front, and money is said to be hitting their account within 24 hours, which is a lot better than other gig platforms out there. And if you're someone with advanced qualifications who can land those $50 to $100 per hour AI training gigs, it's generally good money that rivals or even beats a lot of traditional jobs. For those PhD holders struggling in academia or between positions, this could be a legitimate opportunity. But here's my concern. The vast majority of drivers won't be doing the PhD level work that pays a lot better. They'll be doing micro tasks for 50 cents to a few dollars. When you break down the actual hourly rate after considering the time to find the tasks, complete them, and deal with any technical issues, we're probably looking at minimal wage or below for most people. And here's what really bothers me. Drivers are already complaining about algorithmic wage manipulation and the lack of transparency in how Uber calculates pay. There have even been protests happening over Uber's black box fare system. This adds another layer of AI-driven task allocation that could absolutely amplify these existing problems. If you look at things in the big picture, Uber is essentially asking drivers to train the AI systems that will eventually replace them. They're paying drivers to build their own obsolescence. Yes, it provides short-term income, but it's not a real solution to the automation problem. It's a band-aid on a bullet wound. The company is investing in autonomous vehicles that will eliminate driving jobs, and their solution is basically micro tasks that pay $1 or $2. The math doesn't work out for drivers' long-term financial security. This basically just creates a new tier of gig work inequality where a tiny percentage get well-paid AI jobs while most are stuck with the digital piecework. In my opinion, this is better than nothing, but it's not the win for driver that Uber's marketing makes it sound out to be. It's a strategic move that primarily benefits Uber by diversifying their business and building AI capabilities. Drivers get some supplemental income, but they're not getting the job security or a path forward when robotaxis arrive in 2027. Now I'll take a brief moment to also talk about the riders, because this affects them too. First off, I wouldn't expect ride prices to go down anytime soon. Uber's AI-driven dynamic pricing algorithms are already optimized to maximize company profits, and studies show Uber's take rate has increased while driver pay has declined. The digital task program doesn't change the fundamental economics of surge pricing, and in fact, if drivers are spending time on micro tasks instead of being available for rides, you might actually see reduced supply during certain hours, which could lead to higher prices or longer wait times. Although autonomous vehicle rollout could eventually lower ride costs since there's no driver to pay, there is a catch. The cost savings from eliminating driver wages will likely be offset by technology infrastructure, insurance, and regulatory compliance cost. How much of this will actually get passed to the riders is still unclear. And honestly, given Uber's track record with algorithmic pricing, I'm skeptical they'll significantly lower prices just because they can. So here's my overall thoughts. This is good for Uber, it's okay-ish for some of the drivers, and it's basically neutral for riders in the short term. What do you think? Am I being too cynical, or is Uber really just exploiting workers with extra steps? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read and respond to every comment, and thank you.